That was an insane game. 24 hours removed from playing in one of the worst games of the season. Just a flat out boring, awful game to watch if you're a Raptors fan. The Raptors then turned it around and played in the most exciting game of the season against the Indiana Pacers. I mean, this was an absolute track meet, guys. No defense was played in this one. Lead changes galore, back and forth slugfest. The Raptors hold on and survive 132 to 131 as they beat Indiana on the road. The Raptors getting on that bus and coming back home to Toronto as they will take on the Chicago Bulls in their third in-season tournament game on Friday. We're going to talk about it. Do me a solid, guys. Hit a like on the video. It helps it a ton. And please subscribe to the channel if you are new for more Raptors content just like this. It is Luca here back with another Raptors post-game reaction. And boy, oh boy, where do I even begin with this one? Actually, let's begin with the absolute crazy finish. Gary Trent Jr. is the luckiest man of the night. He almost sold and cost the Raptors this game. I mean, Gary Trent Jr., when did he struggle this badly from the free throw line? Gary Trent Jr. had 2 free throws, chance to put the Raptors up by 3. He misses both. Indiana, no timeouts, got out and running, which is what they do best. Halliburton double teamed. OG stepping up, doing a good job denying him of his attacking lane. Then Halliburton passes it to a wide open Buddy Hield, who was on from 3 all night long. Buddy, it was far out from 3, but it was a wide open look, but he missed it. The Raptors hang on to win this thriller, man. And they were lucky because, like I said, Gary Trent Jr. misses both. You got Indiana coming in as the best offense, one of the best three-point shooting teams. Could not have had a better look, and Buddy just flat out missed it. But the Raptors, you look at how they were able to win this game. They essentially beat Indiana at their own game. They scored 132 points on 53% shooting, 41% from 3 in a game that included 26 lead changes. The Raptors missed 3 free throws, pivotal free throws there at the end. Almost came back to bite them, but they hold on as the Raptors, once again, having more than 25 assists. The Raptors have had more than 25 or more assists in 11 consecutive games. Longest streak in franchise history. That is via Kurthika. As you look at the Raptors in this one, they did finish this game with 26 assists. And I do want to credit the excellent play call there at the end by Darko Rajakovic. It was the play with 30.3 seconds left. Raptors were down 129 to 128. Darko basically called a play. Siakam inbounded it, gave it to Barnes. All the attention was on Siakam because he had a monster game. Barnes fakes the handoff to Siakam, got the Indiana Pacers defenders napping, and then Barnes gets to the rim, dunk, and won. It was really a thing of beauty, and that's what put the Raptors up for good as they went on to win this game. You look at the Raptors, Pascal Siakam, he was huge. 36 points, 13 of 24 from the field. He hit his free throws, 9 of 11, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. You knew he was going to have a big game because Indiana, for as explosive as their offense is, this team doesn't play a whole lot of defense, and they give up a ton of points in the paint. And the Raptors definitely feasted when they could in the paint. They actually tied Indiana in points in the paint with 64. But Siakam, he had a bounce-back game. He was aggressive early. OG Anunoby, I thought all things considered, he did a good job on Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton's a special player, superstar type player. He still was able to get 33 points and 16 assists. But I thought OG, in many instances of this game, did a good job of containing Halliburton. Halliburton had to take 22 shots, 12 of 22. So we've seen him have better shooting nights than the one he had. So you got to credit OG for trying to contain one of the best point guards right now in the NBA. Scottie Barnes, after another slow start, came alive, especially in that second half. 20 points, 12 rebounds. He had 4 assists, 4 steals, 7 of 17 from the field. Of course, he had that big and one dunk there at the end. Jakob Poeltl struggled in this one. You know, butterfingers, a lot of the time, just the ball grazing his fingers. All in all, Poeltl had 6 points, 3 of 4 from the field. Dennis Schroeder was once again big. Say what you want about Dennis Schroeder, but he is the least of the Raptors' problems. I've been seeing chatter out there suggesting that the Raptors should bench Schroeder and start Gary Trent Jr. Nah, like, you're not benching Dennis Schroeder. This guy has been one of the bright spots all season long for the Toronto Raptors. The consistent staple that he has been: 26 points, 10 of 16 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. He was huge in this one, 5 assists. Schroeder has just consistently been good for this Raptors team. And then speaking of Gary Trent Jr., I don't know what it is. Maybe you can say he is better as a starter, but this sixth-man role for Gary Trent Jr. just ain't it right now, guys. I mean, he's struggling. He was a plus 14 in this one, but 2 of 5, only taking 5 shots, only scoring 8 points. Like, who would have thought Malachi Flynn would have been the standout player from off the bench? And I actually got to give Flynn a lot of credit. I know all eyes are going to be on Siakam, Scottie, but I'm giving Flynn the shout out here because Malachi Flynn, in the minutes in which the bench was in the game, Malachi Flynn was a big reason why the Raptors won this bench battle, and they won it early on. He had the most points out of any bench player in this one. Flynn was good early. 6 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from deep, in 20 minutes of work, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. You got to give a lot of credit to Flynn because for as much as we can get on him, myself included, he stepped up tonight when the Raptors desperately needed something from their bench after the abysmal performance the bench gave them in that loss against Orlando. So Malachi Flynn, standout player from off the bench, filled in nicely because aside from him, I mean, Boucher didn't do much, 6 points. Porter Jr. just hit a 3. And then Gary Trent Jr., like I said, continues to struggle, did not hit those 2 late game free throws, which almost cost the Raptors this game. So listen, you got to give him credit there. But all in all, I mean, this was a fun, wild win. Raptors, look, I got hard on them the other night. They played terribly. They played like they want nothing to do with Orlando. No effort, nothing at all. And they turned it around with this performance. And they did show a lot of effort in this one. This was actually a watchable game. This was actually a fun game. And the Raptors brought their A game. And that's kind of just been the frustrating part about this Raptors team, right? It's like they have moments like tonight where they bring their A game. Multiple guys are clicking. They're going up against a good team and they're looking the part. But then they just have these train wrecks of a game like they had against Orlando that leaves you to think, okay, like which version of this team are we going to get? And it's a reflection of the record right now. Through 15 games, 7-8, the Raptors have been a 500 team, sub 500 team. And it's just been one of those seasons where they have moments where they look good, and then they have moments like they look like a lottery team. And these last 2 games in the span of 48 hours proves it. They look like a shell of themselves, one of the worst teams in the league in Orlando, and then they look like a team that can keep up and at least be competitive against a good team in the East a night later. So take this win however you want. Still got to see more about this Raptors team. I mean, through 15 games, kind of got a good grasp that it's going to be this type of season, ups and downs, whatever they decide to do with, their big players like Siakam and Anunoby, who are set to become unrestricted free agents in the summer of 2024, remains to be seen. Their names obviously already in trade rumors, but in terms of this game tonight, what they had to do, the Raptors, they did fight hard. They did at least show up. They did put forth a much better effort, and they did escape with the win. And like I said, they were fortunate that Buddy Hield, who had a big game, huge game, 31 points. He was 7 of 12 from 3, guys, had 1 miss in him because he was wide open from downtown. And the narrative would have been much different right now if Hield hits that 3 and it was because Gary Trent Jr. couldn't hit his free throws. But the Raptors move on. They win this game, and they will take on, like I said, the Bulls on Friday. We'll see how they look. I mean, the Bulls are another one of those teams that people keep saying, it's time for you to bull it up. Which version of the Bulls are we going to get? They lost again against the Thunder. So that's going to be a game the Raptors should win, should be able to beat a bad Bulls team at home, but you never know with this team at this point. We'll see how they look in that one. But Raptors Nation, let me know your thoughts of this one. What are some of your takeaways? Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. That is it for me. This is Lucas signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay safe.